Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if this is the first video of mine you are seeing, then welcome. So if you watched my video that went up this past Friday, you would have seen my Sephora sale haul, and there are some of those products that I just want to wear again because at the time I'm filming this, some of them I've only worn once, maybe some of them twice, and I just want to wear them again because some of them I was amazed at how beautiful they looked the first time, and I just want to apply them again. So the first thing I applied is this right here from Ilia. Now I did do this off camera because I like to let my SPF sit on my skin for 10 minutes before I go in with any makeup. This is the Ilia Sun Serum Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. This one is in light medium. I've really been enjoying this. Now I've used this a couple of times already. I have only worn it once though underneath foundation, and it looked really good. The foundation went over the top of it really beautifully, so I'm testing it out again today under another foundation. I have worn it a few times on its own and then just paired up a little bit of a concealer with it, but I've really been enjoying this one. The one thing that I would say is probably an issue is the shade range, but I feel like it really doesn't add much of a tint to my skin, so I find that it actually works for me. And I'm about to go in with a foundation that is a perfect match for my neck. So if it did add any kind of tint, which I don't really see much of a tint personally, then the foundation is going to cover that pretty well. And the foundation is this one from Rare Beauty. I think this is like the True to Myself foundation. I can't remember the full name. It's not on the actual bottle, but it was on the packaging, but I've already thrown that away. And what I like is this one has like a little locking mechanism, and then you just mash it on the top. So I'm just going to take one little pump like that on the back of my hand and apply it like so. I was so impressed by this foundation the first time I ever wore it. I could not believe how beautifully it wore all day long, and I did not put any powder over the top of it. I won't say that it is completely self-setting, but I think it does set down enough to where it doesn't feel overly sticky. Now this is the Makeup by Mario F4L brush. This is in his travel size brush kit. And if you are someone that you are not into the very glowy makeup, then you probably would really love this foundation because it is more of a natural kind of finish. And I just feel like it looks so beautiful on the skin, and you can still see some glowiness to it, so it's not going to be completely like a flat matte if you're not into that kind of look. But I just think it looks so pretty on the skin. It just blends out very easily. I really liked the way it looked the other day when I wore it, and at this time I've only worn it that one time, so I definitely wanted to give it another chance. Okay, the next thing is this concealer from Ilia. This is their Skin Blur Serum Concealer in the shade 3W Chambray. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. This is another one. This is a beautiful concealer. And you know what's funny is now that I've edited the video that would have went up this past Friday, I realized in that video I said this feels a little thicker than a serum. And they do call it a serum concealer. I don't know why that went over my head, but I still don't believe it is serum-y to the point where it doesn't provide coverage. You know, some serum concealers are very lightweight to the point where they don't provide much coverage. This, I guess, does perform like a serum, but it gives you the coverage of a little bit more of a thicker concealer. But I have really been liking this one a lot. And what I love about it is I do not have to set it with powder. And when I do that, there is very minimal creasing, just a teeny bit, because I do have fine lines on my under eyes. It is just so beautiful on the skin. I did wear it the other day as a little bit more, not full on as foundation, but just kind of wore it to kind of cover up some spots around my face when I was wearing the Ilia Sun Serum sunscreen. And it looks so beautiful. It blends out just so effortlessly. I don't know. I think it's becoming... I've worn it a few times at this point, and it's already becoming another favorite because I just think it looks so beautiful. I almost decided that I was going to wear it as a full-on foundation today, but I decided against it because I just wanted to wear... because I wanted to wear the Rare Beauty foundation again, since I had only worn that one once, but I just think this is such a beautiful concealer. It does perform, I should say, like a serum, but it's a little bit thicker than what I consider a true serum concealer. I don't know, I'm hoping that makes sense, because watching back that video, I realized that I just said the full name, and it is like a serum, But I mentioned it's thicker than that. I don't know. It is thicker, but still not too thick. I don't know. It makes sense in my head. Okay, for some lip prep, I'm going to use the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and this is the Toasted Marshmallow shade. This was another thing that I picked up during the sale, and it's just, I like these a lot. It just looks so nice on the lips, and it smells so good. I just feel like if you love, it's almost like a vanilla marshmallow fluff. If you like the idea of that, you would probably really love the scent on that one. Okay, the next thing I'm going in with is the MPH Underpainting Palette. This one is in the shade Light. I didn't have like a new bronzer for this video or anything, and this is the latest one that I picked up. Now, I did buy this before the sale, but I did pick up her underpainting brush. So I'm gonna mix these two shades. And this brush is really not meant to be used this way. This is actually meant to just kind of like draw the lines on your face. I don't really think this is actually meant to be to blend out these products, but it does work well enough for that. But I know this is not actually the purpose of this brush. But I just really love this palette. I've been using this along with her foundation a lot, and I just wanted to use it again for this video. Believe me, I want to use her foundation again, but I did want to wear the Rare Beauty foundation again, and I wanted to see how it applied over the Ilia sunscreen, because I did test out the MPH foundation over the top of that sunscreen, and it looked really beautiful, so I wanted to try another one out over the top of it. I'm going to apply some right here, like over my brow, but kind of right there in this part. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my brows as well. This is the Kosas Brow Pop Pencil in the shade Dark Brown, and then I'm going to go over that with the Refi Brow Sculpt. These are not new. These are just in my everyday makeup drawer, which I'm going to be so honest, I have kind of neglected a lot of the products in that drawer this month because, you know, the Sephora sale coming along and getting new stuff, I just kind of wanted to test that stuff out and wear it. So a lot of the products in those little acrylic drawers sitting over there have just gone untouched. And the newest blush, the one that I picked up during the sale, is from Sarah Creel. This is the Coming In Hot Blurring Pressed Mousse Blush, and this one is in the shade Sunshine. This is very pigmented if you're not careful. And I'm going to use the MPH Blush Brush, which was also purchased during the sale. I just feel like you do have to be careful with this blush. It is very pigmented if you are around my skin tone. So I try not to tap in too much, but it is such a lovely shade. I don't want to call it full on, it's not like a bronzer per se, but it does kind of have that kind of, I've been out in the sun a little bit and I've just gotten a little bit of sun kiss kind of blush. Like a very warm, neutral kind of shade. Oh, it actually applies really beautifully with this brush. I don't know if I've used this particular brush with this blush. It actually works really well. It's such a pretty shade. I'm tempted to look at some of the other shades as well. I mean, I shouldn't. And these blushes are very expensive. Sarah Creel is an expensive brand. But honestly, all the products I've tried so far have just been so good. You know what? I am going to tap a little bit across the nose and right in here some. This is the type of blush shade that I feel like is perfect for doing this. See, it just adds a little something, not too much. And honestly, I wish I had been using this blush with this, because this is like a moussey texture. I'm sure you can kind of see it like right in there. And this brush is working out really beautifully with it. I feel like it's applying the right amount for me, because the last couple of times I've worn this blush, I have just over applied it. Which that's just more of a preference thing as far as the amount. I like more of a subtle blush, you know. I want to see it, but I want it to still be what I'd consider subtle. And you know what? Yeah, this is a good brush for this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I want to look at some more of the shades. But for now, I'm very satisfied with this one because I think it's just so sweet. I wish now I'd been applying this blush with this one, because this is a perfect brush for this. And see, I don't know if you can tell, but the concealer's been sitting on my face for a little bit, and you really can't see hardly any creasing. And the foundation does feel just a little tacky. Now, I felt like the last time I wore it over time, it ended up getting not as tacky. It's not fully self-setting, but I think you could get away with it if you're not wanting to do powder, but you still might just need to watch out for some transfer. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm first going to go in with the Ilia Eye Stylus Shadow Stick, and this one's in the shade Beam. I've been wearing these the last couple of days. I picked up 2 shades during the sale, and I will say, these do crease on me. So if that bothers you with a cream eyeshadow, you probably want to skip these because they're very, very creamy. And I do have a big crease on my lid, so they're going to crease. So if that bothers you, then you probably definitely want to skip these. Oh, and this is a Mario, I think it's the EF1L, I believe. It's worn away on this side. It's from the travel size brush kit he has. I'm just going to kind of go around the edges. I'm about to go in with a palette in just a second, but I wanted to put this down as base. I am tapping out the crease that I had from like my foundation and concealer on my lid. They are very, very easy to work with though, so if you are looking for that very simple, easy eyeshadow look, then they are really good, but because of how creamy they are, they do crease. At least on me or my eye shape, they do crease. It's not terrible, but it's just that one crease that I have, like when you see, kind of like I have a fold there. So I get one crease right in there. But other than that, it's not like terrible. Okay, I don't really have to go in with this eyeshadow palette, but I just want to use it because I haven't used it in a bit. I've been trying to test out these eyeshadow sticks. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Essential Artistry Edit Palette, and this one is in the light. So I'm going to take this, this, and this. Just tap, tap, tap. I don't want a lot, but I do want something kind of around. I'm also going to place a shimmer over the top. I'm just using the eyeshadow stick as base, but I kind of wanted to add some powder around, like the edges, just to add something. Kind of ties in more of that bronzer that I went in with. Just feel like it just adds a little something. Okay, and you know what? While we're at it, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade here. I'm only going to dip maybe about once into that shade. Really tap off the excess and kind of tap some into my palm and apply a little bit of that out here. Kind of on this outer. I'm sorry, I didn't even think to zoom you in. Of course, I'm doing very, very simple makeup. There's not a lot going on here. I'm just adding that in just for a little bit of depth. And I'm just using this same exact brush because it's fluffy enough to where it just blends the product out even easier, and because I've already taken some bronzer and blush in this area, I feel like I don't have to be as careful on this part like I sometimes have to. But yeah, I am tapping some of that pigment off on my palm before I go in because I don't want too much. I just want a little bit of depth on the outer half of that lid, nothing too much. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario pencil in the Perfect Brown shade. And we'll add a little bit of liner. And then I'm going to take the brush side and just kind of smudge that out some. Okay, it's very smudgy, it's very messy, and I'm fine with that because I don't know why, but I really love a smudgy, lived-in liner look. And I'm going to take a ColourPop E6 angled brush, and I'm going to go into the shade right here. And I'm going to put this on the outer half of that lower lash line. Then I'm going to take the shade Muse. This is from the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona. This is one that I'm trying to still hit pan on. I have been using it a ton, and I still have yet to hit pan. I'm going to take that and go over the top of where I applied that eyeshadow stick. I feel like that eyeshadow stick adds like a really nice kind of tacky base to really make this shade stand out even more than it would normally. I mean, this shade is beautiful all on its own, but over the top of one of these eyeshadow sticks, I think it just looks even more pretty. I don't think at this point I'm ever going to hit pan in this shade. I've been using it a ton. I mean, I have a pretty good dip in the shade, but I'm still not actually seeing any pan. But because I haven't been as into eyeshadow lately, like I used to be, I thought I could take this opportunity to really start hitting more pans in the eyeshadow collection I already own. And this was the one that I chose. It is such a pretty shade. It's one of the prettiest shades in that I Need a Nude palette, in my opinion. Of course, I love that entire palette. It's just so pretty. Okay, so for the lips, I want to wear one of my MPH lip liners that I picked up, but I want to wear a shade that I have not actually used yet. So let me see a couple of shades here. I have not used these three yet. Okay, I think I'm going to go into the shade Bittersweet, which that would be this one right here. So I'm going to line my lips with this. And I'm going to fill them in completely. Because of that lip, this looks turned in kind of like almost like a fall inspired look. Very simple fall look. And the last thing I have to do is my lashes or my mascara. This is the Makeup by Mario Master Mascara in the Perfect Brown shade. Actually, before I do my mascara, I'm going to spray my face with the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray. And then I'm going to curl my lashes and put my mascara on. Okay, so here is this completed makeup look. I really love it. Honestly, it looks very much like a very simple fall makeup look. I think it's the lip on me. Lips this shade are really bold on my very pale skin. So when I see this kind of shade on me, I think of more of a fall time. I do like this makeup look, and I'm gonna tell you, this blush brush with that Sarah Creel blush, I really like that because I just felt like it was a lot easier for me to apply that blush. I've been using a different one every time I applied it, and I think that's the best kind of shape for it, like this kind of style. I don't know, I just feel like it really applied it in a nicer way for me for like what I'm looking for in a blush. But I really do like that blush though. It's very, very pretty, but it's quite pigmented. So the brush I was using, I felt like picked up a lot more of the pigment. But I really like this makeup look. I like how just so sparkly and shimmery. See, there is a little subtle crease kind of in the eyelid already, but I expect that to happen with my eye shape. I just do. It doesn't really bother me, and I really do like the Ilia cream eyeshadow sticks, and I really like using them as a base for other eyeshadow like this. I don't know, I want to be an eyeshadow stick person. I mentioned that in my last video, and I will say it again. I definitely want to use them a lot more. I have a few in my collection here that I want to use more. And especially more so as base because I don't really see myself testing out eyeshadow anytime soon unless one of the brands I really, really love comes out with an eyeshadow palette like Makeup by Mario, for example. Natasha Denona, it kind of depends because I know she recently released those quads and I was not interested in them at all, but I really like this and I just want to wear these products again. I just think they look really, really good on the skin. The Rare Beauty foundation, see, right now it does feel a little bit more on the stickier side, but that could also be the Ilia product underneath too. I was not wearing that the first time I wore the Rare Beauty foundation, but the sticky stuff really doesn't bother me that much because I always wear my hair up. But if you're someone that does wear your hair down, you might want to set the foundation because it probably would need a little bit of powder. But that concealer, I'm still impressed. I'm still not seeing hardly any creasing with that concealer. I'm very impressed by the concealer. Very, very impressed by it. That's one that I want to wear as true foundation, which I plan to do in the future. But I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you will please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribing if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell icon so you are alerted to all my future uploads. And follow me on Instagram at jessicadeerly. All of these products will be listed and linked for you below, as well as in the YouTube shopping tag feature, and if you click through and purchase, I do earn a small commission, and if you choose to do so, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!